Morning, afternoon news. First, here are the headlines. President Salva Kiir says the misunderstanding over the passing of the political parties bill 2022 will be resolved at the level of the peace presidency. The governor of Warrap State has suspended the commissioner of Tonj North County over a weakening security situation in the area. And an investigation has revealed that the fire outbreak which destroyed the secretariat buildings in eastern Equatoria State was due to a human negligence. These stories and more coming to you in this news bulletin with me, Kafuki Jada. Now the news in details. President Salva Kiir says the misunderstanding over the passing of the political parties bill 2022 will be resolved at the level of the peace presidency. This came after the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Jema Nunu Kumba, yesterday briefed the President over the matter. This week, SPLM-IO MPs decried the passing of the political parties amendment bill 2022 last month. Emmanuel Joseph Akile reports.
The opposition MPs said the bill was passed despite their reservations on the modalities to provide financing to the political parties and the conditions for a party to be legally registered. The Act stipulates that for a political party to be registered, it must have at least 500 members from each of the 10 states. It also says a party will be allocated a budget based on the outcome of a general election, which some opposition MPs opposed. However, Nunu told President Salva Kiir yesterday that the August House had smoothly deliberated on the bill in a transparent manner and passed it, a decision she said was later rejected by the SPLM-IO members. Speaking to the media after the meeting, Nunu said there was no reason for the SPLM-IO parliamentary caucus to boycott the sittings due to this matter. She claimed that the debate took place in a transparent manner and the majority of the MPs endorsed the bill. The Speaker reminded and appealed to the members of the SPLM-IO that the parties are there not to fight but to implement the revitalized peace agreement. She appealed to the peace parties to work together and resolve issues amicably in order to bring peace and stability to the citizens. Nunu also urged the lawmakers to wait for the outcome from the presidency meeting since the matter has been referred to the level of the presidency. For iRadio News, Emmanuel Joseph Akile.
The governor of Warrap State has suspended the commissioner of Tonj North County over a weakening security situation in the area. Aliu Ayen Aliu suspended Brigadier General Kwol Akun Kwol from office yesterday. His suspension comes following reports of 7 people reportedly killed in revenge violence earlier this month in the area. According to a letter signed by Governor Aliu, the commissioner is accused of reluctance to contain insecurity in the area. Aliu stated that General Kwol Akun did not want to cooperate with commanders of security forces who are deployed in the county. The Minister of Information in Warrap State confirmed the suspension of the commissioner to iRadio. Ring Deng Ading says the governor has ordered for formation of a committee to investigate the matter. He spoke to iRadio this morning.
Yesterday, the acting governor ordered the suspension letter to County Commissioner of North County, Honorable Brigadier Kwol Akun Kwol, with the effect of yesterday. Yeah, the reasons is indicated in the letter that he was lacking cooperation with the regular forces in his county, and he was negligent to security threats. Those are the main things that were led to his suspension.
For his part, the suspended commissioner admitted that there were insecurity incidents which involved killings in the country. Kwol Akun says on the 8th On the 8th June, a farmer was killed by an unidentified gunman. 3 days later, a communal fighting also claimed 5 lives. Asked about the move to investigate him, General Akun welcomes the investigation.
طبعا ده حاجه اداري لو في حاجه بسال لانه لو انا عندي خطا فيه طبعا ده انا بيحاسب خطا انا عملت فيه يعني طبعا انا هو مسؤول هناك وحاجات عمل نفسه في وجودي ده لو في اي منصب فيه طبعا انا بجاوب عليه وفي سؤال بسال.
Governor Aliu has tasked senior administrator Bak Ajot Court to assume his duties of acting commissioner and executive director of the county. An investigation has revealed that a fire outbreak which destroyed a secretariat building in eastern Equatorial State was due to human negligence. The governor, Luis Lubong Lujoro, said police investigation concludes that the fire was caused by overheated solar power batteries. Last week, the secretariat building, hosting several offices including that of Lubong, went up in flames in the morning hours. Alejandro Lutok, the press secretary in the office of the governor, told iRadio the fire gutted vital historical documents and rooftops. Meanwhile, Governor Lubong revealed that the destructive fire was due to poor installation of the solar power batteries. He spoke to iRadio this morning.
After the office caught fire, we tasked the world security organ to investigate the cause of the fire. They carried a technical investigation. The police, particularly the CID, started also investigating the staff of the state secretariat. This week, all the units brought their reports, and in brief, the report states that the cause of the fire is about the solar panel battery that busted. The batteries were put in a very small office together with the files. So the files caught fire, and that's why the result of the burning. And people who were not there quickly to quench the fire. They ruled out that somebody has done it intentionally, and of course they said it was human negligence.
The governor dismissed notions that the error was a sabotage, adding that no one is liable to accountability. Earlier, Lubong made a public appeal to the state citizens, well-wishers, and humanitarian organizations to contribute an estimated $2 million for the renovation of the secretariat. Asked to give updates on the mobilization of a renovation fund, the governor said his office has not yet received any money yet. Business associates from the Kingdom of Bahrain in the Gulf region have expressed interest to clear debts for South Sudan by investing in the country. According to the press unit of the Office of the President, the delegation paid a courtesy visit to His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit. The business associate is led by Mr. Fawzi Al-Aradi, the Managing Director for Capital Impact, and Mr. Daris, Chief Executive Officer for GATKEC. According to the President Press Unit, Salva Kiir yesterday discussed plans for strengthening the business relationships between South Sudan and the Kingdom of Bahrain. Meanwhile, the Minister of Finance and Planning, Agak Luwal, said also held meetings with the Bahrain delegation on areas of economic cooperation. He said the visiting team expressed interest to reduce the country's outstanding debt by consolidating and paying down loans with energy resources. This is through strengthening energy stability and increasing community access to clean drinking water in South Sudan. They also target initiatives to improve public health and sanitation as addition to their plans. He was speaking to the state-run SSBC TV yesterday.
The team came to discuss with us economic cooperation between the two countries, between South Sudan and the Kingdom of Bahrain. The discussion went well for the last 2 days, and we have reached an agreement. Today, we are going to sign the Memorandum of Understanding between our country and the Kingdom of Bahrain. They are going to help us in issues concerning economics because they are going to invest some of their capital, their money into our economy in South Sudan in different fields. So this understanding is a very good understanding which will lead to an agreement between us and the Kingdom of Bahrain. And we have agreed that they come back and then we develop this memorandum of understanding into an agreement, and then the cooperation, economic cooperation will start from there.
Both parties, Ministry of Finance and Planning and the Gulf Business Associates Capital Impact with its joint venture partner Getka Energy Services are expected to sign a memorandum of understanding on the areas of cooperation after deliberation. South Sudan external debts have not yet been made public. However, in March this year, the Business Insider Africa listed South Sudan among the 20 countries with the highest debt to gross domestic product ratio in the continent. It said South Sudan has a debt to GDP ratio of 64.4% and is to the tune of $15 billion as of 2022. The modalities the Bahrain Business Associates will use to clear the debts are yet to be announced. The police in Alexandria of Egypt have arrested a 51-year-old South Sudanese man accused of defiling and impregnating a 14-year-old girl. The incident was confirmed by Agnes Mabut, a choir teacher at Sacred Heart Church in Alexandria. According to Agnes, Marwell Coach Gop, a basketball coach for the South Sudanese female team in Egypt City, allegedly impregnated the minor, who is his own team player. The choir teacher said she took the girl for pregnancy test after she heard women rumor-mongering in the church that the minor has been impregnated. She alleged that the girl confessed that she was impregnated by her coach, Marwell. Mabud spoke to iRadio via telephone from Alexandria last evening.
وزول ده هو مدربة البنات في الباسكت في كنيسة. أنا مدربة الترانيم في كنيسة. طفلة يتيمة عايشة مع حبوبته وهم 3 2 بنات. كده لقيت النسوان بيتكلموا إن بنتي ده حامل ما حامل. أنا جاني صدمة لأن البيت صغيرة. خطوة اللي أنا عملته أنا أخذت البيت ووديته تحليل، وتحليل أثبتت لي إن البيت حامل. البيت ما يتأخر في كلام، على طول قال لي زول اللي بيعمل معي كده ده مرويل كوتش اللي هو مدرب بتاعي، وبيحددني وبيجيب لي حاجات بيقول لي ما تقولوا، ولو قلته أنا حقتلك. وغررت إن أنا أشتكي للبوليس والراجل ده يمشي للقانون.
Suspect Gun has denied the allegations brought against him. According to Section 247 of the Egyptian Penal Code, a death penalty for life imprisonment is imminent for anyone who is found guilty of indecent sexual assault of a minor. Whoever has intercourse with a female without her consent shall be punished with death or life imprisonment, and the predator shall be punished with death if the victim has not reached the age of 18 full Gregorian years, or the predator is one of the victim's ascendants, or whoever is responsible for her upbringing or observation, or who has authority over her, or was paid a servant with her, or with those mentioned above, or multiple predators of the crime. Reads section of the Egyptian Penal Code. Agnes says that the general prosecutor will carry DNA test before transfer the case to the court to determine whether he committed the crime or not. Marwell Coach Gwop is married to 2 wives and he's a father to 4 kids. You are listening to iRadio News, and now to the international news brought to you by MTN. My colleague joins us.
Thanks, Kafuki Jada, making headlines in the region and beyond. Donors in Sudan say the security forces have shot dead a protester during the latest rally against last year's military coup. The pro-democracy group, the Central Committee of Sudan Doctors, said the demonstrators died after taking shots to the chest and stomach during a protest in Omdurman, the twin city of the capital, Khartoum. The committee says more than 100 people have been killed in such rallies since the military takeover in October. Since then, Sudan has descended into deepening unrest together with rising prices, food shortages and ethnic clashes. Elsewhere, a gruesome video of an unarmed man being shot by uniformed men in Ethiopia has sparked outrage online, with some calling it an execution. The incident reportedly happened in the western city of Gambela, where fighting between armed groups and government forces has left dozens dead. In the video, the man is seen with his hands tied behind his back and uniformed men shooting at him multiple times. Finally, the World Health Organization says plans by the Africa Center for Disease Control to have the power to declare public health outbreaks within Africa require further discussion. The health body says it's likely to lead to confusion and have a huge impact on trade and travel. The Africa CDC says its push for a stronger role will help it contain the spread of diseases much faster. Currently, only WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom can declare a public health emergency of international concern. The Africa CDC wants to focus on Africa alone. That's all in the international news. Back to you, Kafuki Jada.
Thank you, Lasuba Memo. And now to the sports news. My colleague Moyo Jacob joins us.
Thank you. In football, England began their final preparations for Euro 2022 with victory over Belgium as Chloe Kelly impressed on her return to the international stage. Manchester City winger Kelly, who suffered a serious knee injury and last played for England a year ago, came off the bench and had a shot deflected in for the opener. Rachel Daly's Folly made it 2-0 and Lee Williamson's powerful strike went in, fired the crossbar, and the head of Belgium keeper Nicky Everard for a third late on as England eventually capitalized on their dominance. Victory at Molyneux marked the first of 3 friendlies for England before the Euros. In basketball, the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics to claim their 4th NBA title in 8 years and first since 2018. The Warriors won 2-2. Having finished 2019 to 2020 with a dire 15-50 record, they are also the first team to go from the league's worst side to a championship in 2 years. Stephen Curry, twice the most valuable player in the regular season, was NBA Finals MVP for the first time. And finally, in athletics, Kelly Hodgkinson led a British 1-2 in the women's 800 meters in a Diamond League meeting in Oslo, Norway. Olympic silver medalist Hodgkinson continued her unbeaten streak in 2022 with a season's best of 1:57.71, crossing the line ahead of Laura Muir. The 20-year-old Hodgkinson added, and I quote, "I'm trying to take it week by week, but I love championship racing and running the rounds. So I'm looking forward to Eugene," end quote. Brighton Reese Prescott was beaten by 0.01 seconds as Olympic bronze medalist Andre De Grasse won the men's 100 meters. End of iRadio Sports News, and back to you, my colleague in the studio.
You are listening to iRadio News, and to end this bulletin, here are the headlines again. President Salva Kiir says the misunderstanding over the passing of the Political Parties Bill 2022 will be resolved at the level of the Peace Presidency. The governor of Warrap State has suspended the commissioner of Tonj North County over a weakening security situation in the area. And an investigation has revealed that the fire outbreak which destroyed secretariat buildings in eastern Equatoria State was due to human negligence. That's the end of iRadio Afternoon News. You can get these stories and updates by subscribing to iRadio News Alerts on your MTN South Sudan number. Call 700 or dial *700 hash and follow the instructions. If there's a story or any event you would like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message on +211 925 287 870. It's also our WhatsApp number. Follow us on Twitter at iRadio Juba. Like our Facebook page, iRadio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iradio.org. Stay tuned for news in Arabic at the top of the hour. I am Kafuki Jada, on behalf of the news team. Thanks for listening.